Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you are doing fine and the Lord has kept you well. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It's amazing and I'm so much grateful to our new subscribers. Thank you so much for honoring us and welcome to Life Plus Show. For those that have not subscribed, kindly, it's a kind reminder, please subscribe and be part of us. For those that have subscribed, thank you so much. You are always the reason why every day we ensure we get a content that you may be informed and learn more on everything that we do. Otherwise, thank you so much. And once again, we have a guest as usual. I want just to give her the opportunity to introduce herself so that we can know whom we have here. So, karibu sana.
Thank you so much. My name is Caroline Anyango. I'm born again. I am a mother of 3. I am a staff in Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, and I'm also a Ph.D. student in Jomo Kenyatta University. Thank you for having me.
Wow, thank you so much, guys. This is Caroline. To our family members, those are the people that subscribe to Life Plus Show. Later, earlier, when you are still babies, we were still nursing this our project. I know you know Caroline. She was our first guest. And guys, I know most of you have requested from the previous video that I did that the content is good but nicheze na quality. Hiyo ndio kitu mliniambia, hey guys, and I've honored it and I've thought it because guys, God has honored us to have a good quality camera that we'll be doing with our videos. And the first thing I thought of, why should we not play with the quality with this video of Caroline, our first guest. So Caroline, thank you so much for honoring us once again.
Yes.
And accepting to come back to Life Plus Show. You know you are the pioneer of this thing.
So it's an honor.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And we are grateful that even when we called you up upon to come and help us launch this quality thing, you accepted. And guys, we are just going to repeat partly the story that we did, but there are more that the Lord has done, and we believe at the end of this we are still going to make it to be better than even the way we are. So guys, just keep on Life Plus, keep on it, continue subscribing, sharing, liking and commenting down below and just making us know how you feel and your mind concerning us, and we trust me we will chase it to ensure it comes to pass. So Caro, karibu sana once again.
Thank you so much.
So maybe you've told us you're a mother, you're a student and you're born again.
Yes,
so maybe just a brief introduction of who you are now in details.
Well, just as she has said that I once did this video, and I gave a brief life history of myself. I gave how I got pregnant when I was just 17. I was still in school, and I said how I got pregnant when I was very young, and I thought life was the end of the life that time, because when I was growing up, I loved to go to school and I was longing that one day I will be a professor. And by the way, they call me professor. They call me professor, but professor in quotes. But one day I believe that I'll be the professor in real life. So when I got pregnant when I was in class 8, I thought that was the end of everything. But I thank God for my sister, Beatrice, who called me and told me life is a journey. When you fall down, you wake up, shake off the dust, and move on. You're not the first one, neither will you be the last one. Those words kept me. And she told me you can still be who you want to be. And I was so happy. Even the thought of killing myself and aborting the pregnancy and killing myself, I erased that thought and I started embracing the baby. And when the baby came, I left the baby with my sister and I went to school. I got pregnant when I was in class 8, so I did my KCPE, and then I went back to school. So when I went to school, I unfortunately I also became pregnant again at Form 4. And then I thought, now life, I'm done. Because there's one thing I was longing for is to go to university, to graduate, to do my master's, to do my PhD, to become a professor. So when I got pregnant again, I thought I will not be forgiven. And I thought life is now gone. Now I'm dead. But to my surprise, the same sister embraced me again. And she repeated the words and told me, I'm not doing this because I'm encouraging you to sin. I'm encouraging you to keep on having children outside wedlock, but I'm doing this because I know that there's a future, there's a bright future. But stop what you are doing, focus on your education. Yeah. So they helped me together with my elder brother. I thank God for my family. Yeah. They embraced me. They didn't feel bad about it. Yeah. Though they were disappointed, but they embraced me. So I was able to take care of the 2 children that I had, and I was given money to start a business. I was selling sukuma wiki and tomatoes and onions. Yeah. And I used to take care of my children. My eldest brother gave me a house, paid for my first house. It was a 1-roomed house. So I was staying with my children and doing the business.
Wow, that is now after the second one, after Form 4?
Yes, after the second one.
So after that, for how long did you sell? How was the business doing at first?
The business was very down. It was fluctuating because you remember this is the only income that I had. So it was everything from food, buying, no rent I was being paid for. So it didn't grow very well, but I thank God after some time my elder brother, who was working in Jomo Kenyatta by then, enabled to secure me a casual job, and I was able to now to go to Jomo Kenyatta and take care of my children and pay my own rent. May the Lord bless him. And so after that I worked as a cashier for 8 years.
Which position?
Cleaner messenger. Okay. I was cleaning the toilets. And I did that as a cashier. We were being paid 150 per day. Okay. And I did that for 8 years. And then I was then I started looking for scholarship to go to school. Okay. Scholarship to go to school, but I did not manage to get. So after 10 years working for 10 years as a cashier, one day I went to a crusade, let me call it a conference, a church conference. And when I went there, I met a madam called Madam Grace. Madam Grace, she was talking to the single mothers. But when I was called to go to single mothers, I was reluctant because I was very young and I was feeling ashamed that I have 2 kids and I at a tender age. So I didn't want to go. But the Holy Spirit insisted. Now I know it is the Holy Spirit that insisted that I should go. So what I did, I went, but I went not knowing how will I be there. There are elderly women there. And now I am there as a single mother instead of going to where the youth are so that I can get a husband and get married. Okay. But I the Holy Spirit insisted and I went. So when I went, this lady who was ministering to us, she started preaching to us and encouraging us, the women who were there.
Yeah.
And something attracted her to me, and she asked me, are you sure you are a single mother or you are lost? I said, I'm a single mother. And she was like, single mother? How old are you? And what are you doing for a living?
This is after 10 years?
Yeah, this is after 10 years. What are you doing for a living? What is your... What did you get in school? What is your education background? And at first I thought she was really bothering me. Why is she exposing me before these elderly women? I was the youngest there. But she insisted, and then she turned to her co-partner, the co-host, and asked, Eti, this lady says she got a C+. Can C+ get her any education to further her education so that she can take care of her kids? And then the lady said, yes, C+ with a lady, you can even go to the university. And imagine, I had tried to get scholarship, I did not.
Failed,
I had tried to get admission to, I loved mass communication with all of my heart. So I had tried to secure a place to do mass communication degree.
Okay.
So they gave me the opportunity, but I deferred. Another year, I deferred again. I deferred again. So I was told this time round, you are not going to defer.
Okay.
If you defer, you lose that chance.
So you are applying while still doing a casual job?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, and believing that maybe one day
God will provide.
And indeed, this lady told me, you go look for any college, any amount, or any one of your choice, and I will pay.
What?
And
that is like, grace.
I was like, Sister Grace, what did you just say? Yes, come here. And then she gave me a warm hug and told me, this is my card. Wow. You go, when you're ready with every document, just send me an email and I will pay. I cried tears of joy. And then I went, I told the people that I don't need to defer again. Now you can give me the position. And I took the calling letter, the admission letter, the fee structure. I sent to Grace. Yeah. And true to her words, she paid everything.
Wow.
And I graduated.
What? Okay.
In 2013.
What was the take of your family members who were supporting you by then?
My family members were so happy. It was such a miracle to them. It was such a big miracle to them.
Yeah.
And even my pastor was really praying for me for my life to be better. Yeah, because...
So what? Maybe if I ask before you continue.
Yes, please.
How was life? Because you have just told us and you graduated, and now we know you have told us you're a mother of 2, and now you have secured a scholarship. You have been paid for. It's not a scholarship, but somebody has volunteered.
Yes.
How are you managing it? You are working, you have kids, and now you are studying.
What happened is, when I got this opportunity, I was so happy, and God also gave me favor with my boss.
Okay.
So I went and shared with her, and she told me, I remember, she was so happy. She was called Dr. Karen Kaberere, may the Lord bless her. She told me, Caro, I don't want to hear that wherever you are cleaning is dirty.
Okay. So you're working as a cleaner? Okay.
Yes. I don't want to hear that you are sent somewhere and you refused because you're in class. I don't know what you're going to do, but you have to have both.
Yeah.
Clean and also go to school.
And this is after 10 years.
This is after 10 years. So after that, I went and sat down my 3 kids. Now they were 3 because I got another one after.
Hapa katikati ya 10 years.
Hapa katikati ya 10 years.
What happened?
The guy promised to take me to do mass communication. Remember, I loved mass communication. And he promised to do a wedding.
Okay.
So in the midst of waiting for mass communication and wedding, I got pregnant.
Okay. So
and he ran away again.
So you didn't even get married?
No. He ran away now. So I was left with 3. So after the 3 is when I decided now I want to take care of my kids. I want to serve my God. No more men, no more getting married. I just want to focus and look for a scholarship and also to raise my kids. So I sat my 3 kids down. I told them, now we are all students here. We will be waking up early, do what we can do. We go to school. And me, I go to work. So by 6:30, I was at my workplace. I clean all the toilets, I clean all the corridors that I'm assigned to. And then by 7 or 7:30, I go to class. And then whenever we get any breaks, because see, it was from 7 to 10, sometimes 9:30. So 9:30, between 9:30 to 10, I rush back to the office and do something. If there's any other office that I need to clean, if there's any place that I need to do, I do very quickly, and then I go back to class. And I also got very good classmates. They were so understanding.
So they knew your situation?
Yes, they knew my situation. They knew I'm a single mother. They knew I am a staff. So they used to help me clean.
They didn't look down upon you 10 years after?
Actually, I was the class rep. And I used to work very hard, and I started leading the class that I was by God's grace. And so they had some respect. And there was also an elderly that I was not their age mates. So in fact, the first day I entered class, they thought I was the lecturer. Yes, but I thank God I even got a 2nd class honors, upper division.
That's amazing.
So I was
so happy about
that. Yes, I was working so hard because I didn't want, remember I was given 2 things.
To hold.
So I didn't want my job to be bad. I didn't want my education.
And also to disappoint this lady because she was a prayer camp.
Because she was paying my school fees and giving me 2,000 every time she pays my school fees as pocket money. She even bought me the first laptop. And when we were going for a trip to Mombasa, she paid.
So she was your mother?
She was just an angel that God sent to me. May the Lord bless her. If you see my status, I keep on
I remember.
I keep on putting his pictures and just asking God to bless her. I pray for her that the Lord bless her. Yes.
So you hey God, this is just amazing. So what was the take of the parents when now you are graduating? You see, as much as they walikuwa nangangana na wewe until they reached to a point of now allowing you to work, maybe they felt like ni kama hakuna hopes. Now them seeing you graduating, what was the take of the mother, the brothers and the sister?
I remember my brothers and sisters were very, 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 very happy for me. They were so happy for me. They encouraged me. They even organized a party when my boss organized a party when I graduated. The then boss, the one who told me he doesn't want to hear.
He was so happy that you delivered.
So happy that I passed. She was so happy that no one complained. In fact, people were like, I was doing a good job. So she organized a party. I went to Ndarugu Motel with my parents and my siblings and some of the staff members and herself. And she bought me a present. And she was so happy. My parents were so happy. My mom, because my dad had died, my kids were so happy. You could see them because we've really suffered a lot. We've struggled a lot.
Struggle, you see. So you are maybe sometimes even absent, mom, without you knowing.
Yes, I was. Knowingly, because I used to wake up very early, do my house chores, then go do office work, then go to class. And that was our routine until I graduated. So I was an absent parent, but at least the little time we had together, we were such a happy family. So when they saw me graduate, they knew things will get better. Mommy will now have a car, mommy will now have money, we will have happy life, our door will never be closed again for house rent, we will never go hungry again. And they were so happy for me, I thank God.
Wow, that's wonderful. So life after graduation?
Life after graduation was good. I kept on doing the same job as I waited for God to uplift me.
Degree always waits.
Yeah, so one day after cleaning, a friend of mine told me to take her to the BPS postgraduate office. So when we went there, she was filling some forms. Sorry. She was filling some forms and I was like, what are those you're filling? Then she told me that she's applying for a scholarship. Then I told her, why not? Give me, I also want to apply for a master's scholarship. So when I told her to give me, she was like, this is maths and we know you don't love maths. But I went and thought, what will I lose if I fail? So I failed. I failed to do research methods masters. And to my amazement, when the results came, I was picked as the only one. No, she was not picked in the whole Kenya.
What?
It was an international scholarship. Yes. So when I did that, I was so happy.
That's like God just works in His own ways.
So God did that to me, and
were you even thinking of doing masters before this one came out around? On
a serious note, I was not thinking, but I heard that there are some master's scholarship. So I kept on checking. So when she mentioned a scholarship, I said, why not? What will I lose if I just apply? So when I got it, I was so happy. It was a scholarship, an international scholarship, whereby African were coming together, and JKUAT was the host. So we were 14 countries. I was the Kenyan, there were Ugandans, Tanzanians, Zimbabwe, Malawi.
So you became international.
So I became international. I was so happy about it. And I met a student, my classmate, called Chifuniro Somanje. Remember, this was math-oriented course, and I was media and a social scientist, and I don't love maths. So she held my hands and taught me like a baby until the math sessions were over, until I passed. And in 2016, I graduated.
Wow, congratulations.
With masters. I remember my mother cried.
Wow,
because
that's just from now.
Because my daddy loved me so much. I was a baby's daddy's girl. My daddy loved me, and he really wanted me to excel in school. So my mommy was saying, I wish your dad was here just to see what her daughter has become. A master's student graduate. And of course I was promoted, and life became better.
Wow.
And after some time I joined to do a PhD, because now I saw there's nothing difficult with God.
So you just applied again by faith?
Yeah, so by faith. One day I met my lecturer. She's called Dr. Joan Gadoni. She told me, when are you starting your PhD? I said, very soon. Then she told me, stop procrastinating. Take this money. Go, apply. And I applied and did my 1 year coursework, finished. I developed a concept note. I presented, it was picked.
Wow.
Now, one day again, I want to say now the third miracle that that the Lord did to me. I met a professor called Professor Jenga, and told him that, Prof, why don't you give me a scholarship? You guys have scholarships. And then he was like, I am in ecology. I do botany. And you are a social scientist. How do we relate? Then you know what I told him? I'm in mass communication. And mass communicators, we communicate anywhere. In fact, my concept note is on climate change. And he was like, did you just say climate change? I said, yes. My concept note is on climate change. I'm communicating climate change. And he was like, there's a group. I'm supposed to go to UK. There's a group we are going with, but we are going to do ecological restoration.
What?
So send me that concept note so that I check if it can be among the ones that will take there. Then I sent him, and guess what? I was picked.
Wow.
And in June, 29th June, the year 2022.
Wow. That is last year.
Last year. We went to the UK.
What? This is a mother of 3.
Yes.
Okay.
We went to the UK for 2 months.
What?
Doing ecological restoration, and life there was good.
How did you feel?
My God, when I was in that plane, I was just crying tears of joy and saying, this is me on a plane for 8 hours, going to the UK, London. We landed in Heathrow and London, and I was amazed. Things were good. Life was beautiful. The technology is to the next level there. And we were taken around, we went to Nottingham Trent University. We were enrolled there, we started learning there, and staying in the hostel in Nottingham town. And my God.
So what's the experience of your kids seeing you now going? They have seen, you see them, hata kama wengine wanajua, but them they know in details how
what we are going through. Yes.
And now them seeing you going, how was the experience? Your sister who was there with you, your brothers, your mother, what was the experience?
My kids were so happy. To them, they didn't want me to come after 2 months. They wanted me to stay. They wanted me to stay and finish my PhD there.
What?
And come when I have money. Yes, they wanted me there. My mother was so happy. She called people, the villagers.
Okay.
Come see my daughter. My daughter is in the UK.
Wow.
Come see. And people could greet me. We could video call, and people are greeting me. Hi, Caro.
This is your mother, you see, calling people and making them just know the experiences, and even making them know it's real, you are in America. You as an individual, how did you feel?
Personally, I was so excited because it has been my dream.
Okay.
Especially the reason as to why I delayed my PhD is that I was longing to do my PhD in another country. Now that my kids are grown up. My firstborn is 26.
Wow.
Secondborn is 21. And the thirdborn is 19. And have all completed secondary school.
So there are people who can maintain
There are people who can be by themselves. So that is why I was really longing to go. So even that experience of just 2 months, it was a plus to me. I was so happy. In fact, in the plane, I was so happy when I was being asked, would you love some juice? Would you love
okay, let me take.
Excuse me, madam, would you have some juice? I was like, yes, please. And then, thank you.
You feel, this is what I've been desiring.
This is what I've been desiring, and seeing myself in the plane, it was a dream come true.
Wow. And now, another hapo nyuma, you have mentioned that when you got your third born, you decided to serve the Lord. And now, this far, what has been your experience in the service of the Lord?
I must say that serving the Lord is not in vain. I can count the blessings that the Lord has given me when I decided now to serve Him. I rededicated my life to Christ. I started serving under Pastor Ben, who happens to be my biological younger brother. So, in fact, I remember very well when I first got my first miracle of going back to school. He said that he could see my faithfulness in tithing.
Wow.
The little money that I was getting in Jomo Kenyatta, I could tithe faithfully. And back then we were using envelopes, and you write the amount, you write your name. So he said that one day he took the envelopes. It was a heap of envelopes, and cried to God and told God, see her faithfulness, please do for her something tangible. Then a week after, I got the lady who sponsored me.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say that it was because I was good, but the serving God
and the being faithful,
being faithful pays. So I decided to just serve God, take care of my kids.
Wow.
Though I am still trusting God to get married, and I know by God's grace I will.
Yeah, amen.
But I rededicated myself and just started to serve God. And I can attest to you, even the viewer, that serving God is not in vain.
Wow, that's amazing. And they can even trace in the story.
Serving God is not in vain. Just serve God. I serve God with my children. I can remember I've been a Sunday school teacher for so long.
Wow. Just raising people's kids
for
in
so
church.
Long. Yes. Yeah. And the Lord, I've seen God working miracles even in my life. Yes.
Wow,
so
that's amazing. And now, you know, we have a number of people that have passed through what you have passed through. Some of them, they have not even reached where you have reached. Some of them have been lucky like you. But now, let us now consider these people who have not reached where you have reached, but they are still having hope. May you just speak to them?
Well, I thank God I can talk about my life and my tears are not rolling. I've seen where God has brought me.
Yeah.
I really longed to go to school.
Yeah.
And the Lord has enabled me. Undergraduate I did, and she was paying everything and giving me money.
Yeah.
Masters the same. They paid everything. Gave me 400,000 for research.
What?
Give me 40,000 to buy books, and giving me 17K every month.
And you're still working.
And I'm still working.
What?
So if that is not God, what
is he?
can that be? And so I wanted to encourage somebody who is out there. You long to go to school, and maybe you
or just to better your life.
You got pregnant, or you don't have money.
Yeah.
Put your trust in God.
Yeah.
God will put people in place to help you, because whatever you have, somebody else, whatever you want, somebody else have. And God can connect the two of you. I called those people my destiny connectors.
Yeah.
Called my sister, who when I wanted to abort and kill myself, she refused, encouraged me, and took me back to school. I call her my destiny connector. I called Sister Grace my destiny connector. When I was doing casual work, I was cleaning for people, I was selling mboga, I was doing casual job. She paid my whole school fees for 4 years. I remember the last year, she didn't have money.
What?
So I couldn't do exam before she pays. So she went and borrowed an auntie. I remember very well. May the Lord
This is not
bless
even
her.
your relative.
She's not my relative. She was seeing me for the first time.
And you didn't even want to go there. You were so much concerned on how to get a husband
Yes.
than to go where you were supposed to go.
I didn't want to go there with elderly women until now. I was ashamed.
Single mother.
Yes, a single mother. I was ashamed because I remember there's someone who said, when I got my second baby, my dad was so disappointed.
What?
So when I requested to go home, my dad said, no, let her not come and shame us here.
Okay.
If that is the only work she knows to do, getting babies is the only work she knows to do.
And you see that is the bitterness of a father.
Let her go to those men who impregnated her, not here. She is coming to spoil our good name.
Okay.
And those words were so hurting
you.
Yes. But I forgave him.
Yeah, and he was a father, you understand.
May his soul rest in peace. Yes, I knew she was bitter because he loved me so much and he could see something in me.
You. Yeah.
Yes, I thank God for that. So I can tell people that don't lose hope.
Wow.
Just love Christ, serve God, and don't also compromise. Because there are people out there who want to sleep with you and get you what you want.
It's true.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Prof, I don't think I should add anything because that is a lesson on its own and it's a manifestation of what God can do. And sometimes you see God anatupitishanga mahali because he sees what is ahead and maybe it was predestined for such a day or for such generation that God may help them and understand that being suicidal is not the solution, that giving up is not the solution, but the solution is accepting yourself and living a reality.
And moving on.
And moving on. So guys, thank you so much for following us up to this end. This is Prof. I call her Prof. She's Caro. I believe what she has shared is worth your time. And I believe if you are out there, you are a single mother or you are a lady that is feeling that things didn't work well, you have learned something that will help you to maybe make a different decision from that which you have already made. So thank you so much guys. Thank you for your support once again. Those who have not subscribed, kindly please subscribe, and those that have subscribed, thank you so much. For our new members, we love you so much and welcome to Life Plus Show. Otherwise, have a nice time even as we trust God for the next content and as we bless the Lord for our growth in this journey. Thank you so much, and Caro, thank you even for coming.
You're welcome.
We love you so much.
Thank you.
And we believe that you will still remain to be our pioneer.
Thank you.
May the Lord bless you and keep you for us.
Yes, thank you. And just remember, if you forget everything, when you fall down, it's not the end of everything. Wake up, shake off the dust and move on.
Wow, thank you so much guys, and that was our time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.